Am I? Yes, perfect. I did a quick mic test and I'm good to go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the European version of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I am Subspaceking and we are continuing our adventure. Last time we began the game, saw Professor Krane get captured by Team Cypher, who has come back from hiding. And we got a few Shadow Pokemon, purified them all, and we've altered Eevee into a Jolteon, and we've arrived at a research facility where we found a truck that took the Professor. So we got this good feeling he's hiding somewhere in this building. Or rather, not hiding, but he's held in this building somewhere. But not before we meet the Discount Power Rangers. We are sextuplets. Wouldn't that be painful for their mother to have 6 babies at once? I gotta feel bad. I gotta commend, yet feel bad for their mother giving birth to 6 children at once. I've seen twins. I've heard of triplets, but not really anything beyond that. But 6 babies at once? That woman, whoever gave birth to all of them, you have my respect. We strike in terror throughout the land, for we are the Hexagon Brothers. I love these guys. Sound off. 1, 2, oh, it's doing it for me. 3, 4, 5. I guess these guys have a pretty terrible time counting to 6. Wait, 5? That's it? 5? Aren't we missing someone? That's ridiculously impossible. Let me try this time. Counting off. Oh, and they're counting again. See, what did I say again? There is someone missing. But anyways, enough. He'll return soon enough, I'm sure. What we need to do, brothers, is this. Lock and load on the suspicious kid. Hey, you, brat. This is no kiddie playground. We've been away a while, but this here real estate belonged to Cypher for many a year. If you don't want that to happen, then run along home. You lot don't scare me. Hey, you brat, don't you think you can ignore us? I like how this place looks like it's not even been in use for 5 years. It's all destroyed and all rugged looking. I did not mean to talk to the blue one first. That look on your face, it says you're not about to listen and go home. Obediently. Alright, kid. I'll play with you a while to while the time away if that's what you want. Alright, bring it on. Hello, Andrew. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day on this last day of April. I forgot I nicknamed Jolty on speed for a second there. How could I forgot I nicknamed Jolteon after my best friend? Please paralyze this thing, although I'm not expecting it to. This thing's gonna hit. Oh jeez, that hit hard. Your tap, I just came up for work. That's fair enough. Work days can sometimes be long and... oh boy. This is not good at all. Not a good start to the stream, yeah, not exactly the best start to the stream, but we'll try. Come on, Speed, please do your magic. Ed. This thing's weak enough. I'm gonna try the ball on Houndour. I know this is probably gonna be our hardest capture, our lowest capture rate yet. Well, it's only our 4th one, so the odds are pretty high. Oh wow, we actually got it on the first try. I might as well just keep my mouth shut on this sort of thing. Get him, Speed. Get in. You're not supposed to be tough. And we recruited our Houndour, the Houndour. I guess it helped to while away some time. Speed's kind of poisoned right now, so I need to run it and heal. Sorry, your brothers are gonna have to wait about 5 seconds for me to heal, then to fight them again, then to fight them. Sound off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got it this time. No, wait, they're going above. 8. Wait, 8. Now there's too many of us. Brothers beware. There may be spies among us. Suddenly among us. Hey, look, it's that kid again. I was suddenly thinking. Not a big fan of Houndour's ability, but I don't think Flashfire's also too helpful either. But I'll take a look at... Whoops, wrong thing. Let me see what I have for my Houndour stats. Level 17. Unknown nature. 44, 33, 20, 31, 25, 27. Oh, wow! Well, aside from the attack stats, which I don't know how they're gonna be, not a bad Houndour. This guy had... Oh, sorry, this girl, I gotta remember this thing is a girl, has near perfect defense, pretty decent special defense, so she's gotta be having some bulk with her. HP is, speed's... She's gonna be slow, but that's okay. So let me mark you with this shield for the defenses. And then I will check again once we get our nature to know if the attacks are going to be pretty decent. Blue Hedgehog, welcome. How you doing? It has been a long time. I honestly forgot the last time you were around here, but it's been a hot minute. Hope you've been doing well. Horsey Loading. I forgot to put Houndour in the front. Oops. Well, probably a good idea I didn't do that. Probably a good thing I forgot because this guy's got water types with him. Oh, gang up on the horsey. Gang up on the seahorse! Spiel. Spiel is adorable. Plus, it also evolves into Seal and then eventually Walrein. I used Walrein in the past. Very, very helpful. It's a good Pokemon, but I used it on my off-screen playthrough of this game on the Switch. So I'm probably not gonna do it a second time, but Spiel is a really cool addition to have. Alright, let's get rid of the Goldeen, turn this into a 2-on-1. Wow, Speed, you're on a roll, one-hitting all these fish. Speed must have some kind of bulk to it. Alright, let's do this. Let's try to catch this thing. What's my avatar supposed to be? Are you talking about the PNG on the bottom right, or my profile picture? Regardless, both of them are to represent the same thing, being my Splatoon character, which I have not really done Splatoon in quite some time, but it is to represent my Splatoon 3 look. With Raiders coming out in like 3 months' time, I'm not sure if I'll update it to give my Raiders look or keep it to the 3 look. Alright, we actually got the Spiel. Not bad. Considering it was in the green, I am content with having this, with catching Spiel in the green. Alright, let's take a look at the Spiel. You got a pretty good ability. Spiel, level 17, 55 HP, 19 attack, 23 defense, 26, 27. And of course you're gonna be slow. Not terrible. This feels actually not terrible. Whatever nature it gets, it's honestly not gonna be terrible. It's got near perfect HP. It's got 25 to 30 in HP. Really dang good special defense. Everything else is alright. But at its definite lowest IV stat is a physical attack being 3 to 8, which Spiel I don't think really learns that many physical attacks, considering it's ice and water and the physical special split has not happened yet. So yeah, this is definitely a really good Spiel. Alright, let's not forget to put Houndour in the front this time. Actually, how far is Poochie from leveling? You know, I might keep Poochie in the front. Didn't I tell you to go home? Very happy to get this game done myself. I played this game quite a bit as a kid. It holds it holds memories for me. Hoot Hoot and Baltoy. Yeah, all 6 of these brothers are pretty good training fodder right here. And they do get stronger the farther the story you do get, so they definitely do scale up the farther the game you do get. Speed is on a roll! He is one-hitting everything we're fighting today! I am so amazed that he's able to do this. And this thing is park ground, so Thundershock's gonna do diddly diddly. I'm not expecting this to work, but let's try catching the ball toy in the green. We got 2 for 2 so far with the Hexagon Brothers on first throws. Let's go 3 for 3! They could describe everything with one single word? Yes. How you doing, Alex? Welcome. Anyways, particular why I'm playing the European version over the North American version? Well, I have access to the European version through the NSO subscription, and normally I would not be able to get the European version of the game, and I was curious to see the differences. It's not as crazy as I would if I were to, like, say, the Japanese version, which I have no access to. But I think the only differences I would see in the European version to the American version would be, like, some small changes in the dialogue. I just want to try something a little bit different, since I have access to the game through the NSO. Alright, Baltoy, what do you got for me? All the Hexagon Brothers Shadow Pokemon are definitely very handy to carry on into your main team. So it's a good old pick your poison battle with which one of these you want to race. Or all of them if you really want to go with all 6 of what they got here. Yeah, I'm actually got not bad. Baltoy 15 to 19 HP, 2025, physical attack, 913 physical defense, 2025 special attack, 1924 special attack, defense, sorry, 2 to 7 speed. Not the worst. It's actually a pretty decent battle toy, I'll give it that. Once I find out its nature, I'll have an even better idea of what I'm gonna like or dislike about it. We might not look it, but we are busy. But do you want to play anyway? What are you guys busy doing? Huddling together and figuring out how to count? And aside from Brown, for whatever reason, all of the brothers, their colors, mainly indicate their primary type. When we fought the red one, he was using fire types. The blue one was water, the yellow was electric. So it's safe to say the purple is poison and the green is grass. The brown one is not using ground types, but he's instead using a mix of different types, like the hoo-hoo is normal and flying. So I would guess the brown is normal? Because the battle toy's grounded psychic. That would be my safest guess. That the brown... Although I don't think there's an exact color to represent normal. Ouch! Dang paralysis. Alright, speed, take care of this guy, although you're gonna be slower since you're hit with paralysis for whatever reason. You went from the fastest on the field to the slowest. Ouch. Was able to afford the GameCube NSO controller or the direct off the Nintendo Store for packaging around. Still went to the... Fair enough. I mean, I already have GameCube controllers, so I'm like, I don't have a reason to go buy the official GameCube NSO thingy from Nintendo. I was like, I have official GameCube controllers, thanks to when I bought them from the Smash Wii U days, and even eventually into Ultimate. Because I've been so used to using the GameCube controller for the days of Melee, it felt weird changing it up in Brawl, and it felt like I was back at home when I was able to use it again on the Wii U version of Smash. But to be fair, really the only thing I really do nowadays on Brawl is the Subspace Emissary. Hey, leave Speed alone! What did he ever do to you? Other than get rid of the Electrike. You know, because he's paralyzed, I'll use this turn to throw the Pokeball and attack Mareep with Poison Fang. I mean, I don't have the best moves to pick from to weaken and inflict status conditions on my enemies anyway, but I'll still see what I can do here. Wow, we're getting so lucky on snagging these guys on the first attempt. I am not expecting that to continue. I hate brats. You ain't the only one, Yellow 6. We try to look basic, but actually we have nothing to do. It's not like we need to worry about enemies in this desert. My GameCube adapter works fine with Switch and Switch 2. Wanted to get the NSO controller for... I understand that one completely. I mean, I'm still surprised this came on NSO before Coliseum did. That's just what honestly amazes me. Yeah, Mareep is actually not that bad. Mareep. There we go, Mareep. 48, 19, 20, 30, 18, 19. This Mareep has 14 and 19 in IVs and HP, 3 to 8 in physical attack, 9 to 14 in physical defense, 18 to 22 in special attack, I can't exactly. I think it's got. I don't know what to say exactly for special defense. We'll find out when I get its nature. And 13 to 18 in speed. Again, not terrible. It's not a terrible option. I mean, I already know which of these 6 are going to be carrying into my team. A little kid like you should run on home to mommy. That's the best. Why don't you run to yours? And tell her I applaud her for giving birth to 6 boys at one time. Okay, maybe not at the exact same moment, but she had 6 kids in the same setting of in labor. From what they said, they're sextuplets, I'm like. I gotta commend their mother for that one. Lots of fans were unhappy this would get added to NSO before Coliseum. I'm not upset, per se. I'm just more surprised. But, hey, I'm not complaining. XD is the better of the 2 games, in my opinion, at least. But don't get me wrong, that's not to say Coliseum is a bad game. Coliseum is good in its own ways. It's harder in its own ways. So I definitely like both games for their own different merits. And it's been forever since I played through Coliseum. Plus, when I played through Coliseum, I 90% of the time wind up having just Johto Pokemon on my team anyway. Since I think all but 3, I need to think about the Shadow Pokemon list in Coliseum. It's 1, 2... I need to pull up a list of Shadow Pokemon Coliseum. Alright, I need to pull this up. I don't know it off the top of my head. Alright, I'm going down their list. I'm counting down the number of Pokemon that originated in, Hoenn for, Coliseum. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, only 4 Pokemon out of 48, only 4 did not originate in Johto of the entire acquirable Pokemon. Sorry, 5 if you count the Get Plusle. So only 5 out of like 52 or 53 Pokemon did not originate in Johto of what you could acquire in that game. Only 5. So yeah, like 90% of your roster is stuff that originated in Johto. So that's what I like about it. That at the time I never really got to experience Gen 2 all that much, so it kind of forced me to learn the Gen 2 ones. When I played this myself, I was able to fully evolve all the Pokemon, including every Shadow, Purify, and also every Pokemon in the... I did the same thing on my, the North American version of this game. It was really difficult to say the least, and it made me realize how much I hate friendship evolutions. Especially a certain one in the middle of the game. You probably know what it is. There's a certain Pokemon that you get in the middle of the game that evolves through friendship, and it took me until like the third to last battle of the game to get that thing to evolve through friendship. It was ridiculous. I was just like, I love this thing. I hate how forever it takes to evolve through friendship. But it was so dang helpful once I got that friendship evolution near the end of the game. It was a giant tank to behold. The Togepi, I was referring to the Togepi. Getting Golbat to evolve into Crobat is honestly not that difficult. It already has a good chunk of friendship along the way through one evolution. Togepi to Togetic is a really annoying friendship evolution in my opinion for this game. Especially it being considered a baby Pokemon, it dies very quickly. When I was playing through the North American version of the game, it took me till about, I got to the... I'm trying to figure out how to describe the location without spoiling it. In the middle of the dungeon, at the beginning of the dungeon where I fought the third Cypher admin, is when I got my go back to evolve into Crobat. It was honestly not that hard at all. So in the middle of that dungeon, it was not that hard. Togepi to Togetic, it took until like near the end of the game to do it. It was like level 48 or something when I got the Friendship Evolution to trigger. I don't remember the exact level, but I was like, finally, when it happened. The last Friendship Evolution, being Chansey to Blissey, I got that done in like no time, even though I caught her at the very end of the game. That one's honestly not that hard to do. Especially when I had a Luxury Ball in my repertoire to just make sure it worked when I got it. Well, that's our first failed first attempt. Only took until the 5th of the 6 brothers. Still, 4 first attempts is really impressive. Alright, let's try this again. You're in the yellow, almost the red. One, 2, 3. Nice! And then I just got the green one left, and then all 6 of these guys should be dawn to dust. Yeah, I now got to get used to my party being full. What's unfortunate is I don't have all those guys in Agate Village, however you pronounce it, to fight again and again like I did for Teddiursa, Solidiba, and Poochyena when they were Shadows. So I just have to rely on the Mount Battle Gang for those guys. We 6 brothers are bound. Our brotherly love is 6-fold, our solidarity is 6-fold, and our food bill is 6-fold. I'd be concerned about paying 6 times the amount of a food bill. Come on, kid, I'll take you on with my 6-fold power. I'll defeat you with a third of that power. These things are only level 9? Well, to be fair, I'm fighting a full team of 6. It's better than fighting a team of 6 Magikarp, that's for sure. Whoa, critical hit. Game only has 1 Luxury Ball. Yeah, and you gotta use it really sparingly. Chances are you find get your Zubat and all that long before you get your Luxury Ball. I think what makes Togepi that much harder to evolve is that it's stuck in a generic Pokeball, cause some guy gives it to you instead of you taking it from somebody. Wow, you're able to hang on by a thread. Oh, Poochie levels up. Get in. Lastly is a Sita. Now that's quite a jump in level from 9 to 17. Ooh, I thought that was gonna not do as much as that was. Alright, let's try catching this C-Dot. Are we gonna go 5 for 6 on the first attempts and Gulpa be the odd one out? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Five out of 6 first attempts. Gulpa just happened to be the odd one out in this case. This is nothing. Our brotherly love is nothing like this. Da, 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 da. I'll put you in here for now, and I'll stick you in here for now. Let me take a liquid ooze. So if I were to look at Gulpit's stats, 54 HP, 22 physical, 25 physical, 25 special, 25. What's Gulpit at 25 for these stats? Gulpit's pretty much this Gulpit's pretty much average around the board. Now, oh, C-Dot's got a really good ability. Nice. Oops, needs Septile. C-Dot. 41 HP, 21 physical attack, 23 physical defense, 17 special attack, 18 and 18. C-Dot's also average. Alright, I'm gonna start checking this other area here. 3 Pokeballs, so that makes up for some of the ones I lost earlier. I honestly forgot what this is. Oh, I'll take a Super Potion. Now, do these guys rematch me because I went into building or no? I'll take it. Oh, I can rematch these guys. That's pretty cool. Alright, bring it on. I can rematch these guys. I wasn't sure if they allow me to rematch them yet. Can't believe Munchlax and Munchlax and Bonsly hinted that we have Sinnoh later on. I think it was pretty good timing on their part for it at this point. Because I believe this was like the last major? I say major. The last game before Gen 4 came out. So it was pretty much a matter of time. But they picked 2 good ones to hint out Gen 4 at this point in the series. Now with my team full of Shadow Pokemon, I'll take on these brothers one more time, see how their parties have altered for so slightly. And then maybe after that do the Mount Battle Gang. Not supposed to be tough. And what I do like about rematching these brothers again and again, they give me lots of money. So when... Oh. for whatever reason. Is doing this gonna allow them to rematch me? There we go. It was not easy to get the Johto starters, but I did manage to follow. You got all three of them in this game? I'm genuinely curious. All three of them in this game. I still have a tough time even getting one of them in this game. The way they made it to get the way you get them is ridiculously difficult. A couple weeks ago, I attempted the Mount Battle Challenge on stream with just one mere Teddiursa. I got to round 80 with it starting at level 100. I get to round 80 out of 100, and then I lost. It is a hard challenge. And I've seen some of the teams, that are near the end of the run. The second to last fight, it is a nightmare to even survive. That second to last battle, a team full of Protect and Explosion with the said Ninja in there, that is an evil team. And if you lose to that, you have to start all over from the very beginning. Getting to the second to last fight only to lose because of something like that is so crushing. Not to mention 3 of her team, that woman's team members are the 3 Reggies, and like getting hit with an explosion in general is rough, but getting hit from an explosion from a legendary, it is very tough to survive any of those. And they're like level 70 or something like that. So yeah, you're bound to be one-hitting whatever they touch with that move. One of these days, I'll do the Mount Battle Challenge. If I feel like doing the post-game to this, I might attempt the Mount Battle Challenge with what I got. The fact I got to round 80 with just a level 100 Teddiursa, I say I did really impressive with that. I did not think I was going to get anywhere as far as I did when I did that run. And everyone in the stream can attest to that. They're like, Sub, you got that far with just a mere Teddiursa? Wow. Well, like, as I said in the first session of this game last week, the last time I really played this on the channel was like 8-9 years ago. Sorry, 7. I forget when it was exactly, but it has been several years. Where I played through this game, but only using the Teddiursa you get at the beginning of the game. Not counting the prologue stuff where you're stuck with just your Eevee, but like once I got the Teddiursa, I swapped to that, used that the entire game, and I somehow beat it with just the Teddiursa. It was hard, but I did it. I still don't know how I did that challenge, but I am commending myself for even doing so. And because of that run, Teddiursa has become one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Because I learned the ins and outs of that thing. I'm like, I love this silly old bear. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of Pokemon XD. Like, I even haven't been able to finish the Ore Coliseum stuff in the post-game either. That is its own level of difficulty right there. And if you even want to finish the post-game, you have to finish the first of 7 sets. And that first set is annoyingly difficult. especially with the strategies the opponents in that set use. But the final round of that first set is a joke. But if you just have to get that far. And what hurts even more is when you lose, the trainers in that first set just like mock you or act all snug and mean, just like rubbing their victory in your face on you for beating you. And that's only for the first set. I think the farthest I ever gone was the third set's final round. But this was when I was a kid. And I think that was one of the main reasons that pushed me into trying competitive Pokemon back in the day. And I just took it during Gen 6 and 7's online days, but just never really got into it come Gen 8 onward because they changed stuff so much by then. But I was really happy about doing that stuff back in Gens 3, 4, and 5 with the Battle Frontier, the World Tournament, and was it also the Battle Frontier in Gen 4? I honestly forget. It's been so long. I don't remember if Gen 4 had a Battle Frontier in the end. It's been years. If I can actually check Houndour's nature. Adamant. Alright. Nature's chart. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? Adamant. Plus attack physical, minus special in attack. Not the greatest ability given the physical special split has not happened yet. But I can make this Houndour work for... I can make Houndour work for this adventure. Alright, let me check Houndour again, now that I know its nature. Now that I know it's adamant, let me check its stats again. I'm using an IV calculator to check my Pokemon's IVs. Alright. Near perfect attack with 28 to 31, and alright special attack with 17 to 22. This Houndour is actually pretty dang helpful. I'm happy with this Houndour. Am I ever so glad I have you on this team, Houndour. If I feel like doing the Orin Coliseum stuff, I'm gonna go back to my physical copy of XD. I'm not gonna get rid of the Teddy Ursa only play file I have on that, since I want to kind of keep that for my memories and whatnot. Since I have a level 100 Teddy Ursa now, I'm like, whoo! Just see where it could get with that. Oh, this guy gets a Zubat. I forgot. This guy got a Zubat in place of the Gulpin. Sting is not gonna see another. As nice, I don't think it'll live to even see a day. You're just a brat. Why are you so strong? Because I am. I've already seen these guys give the talk. I'm not gonna listen to them again, but that's okay. Hey Jessica Pikahar, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day so far as we're playing through Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. We're just right now trying to purify the Shadow Pokemon we got from these Hexagon brothers. So I know this part is a little on the slow. This is a little on the slow side, but I just wanna. Oh, thank you! Finally, reverse mode. Just want to purify them a little bit so I can have my main team in here instead of just carrying all these shadows on my team. Once we get our thing at the end of this arc, I won't need to worry about carrying shadows unless I'm gonna plan on incorporating them into my main team. Finally, reverse mode of both of you guys. Ouch. Ouch. Glad to hear you're doing pretty well today, on this final day of April. That is crazy! We are on the last day of April! Where's the time going? In less than 12 hours, we're gonna be in May 1st! That is... Well, if you guys are in Australia or Japan, you're already in May 1st. Where's this year going? We're almost in the middle third! That is crazy talk! I love this game anyway. Me too. This game holds a lot of nostalgia for me. I don't see me roaring. Wait, oh, shh! I meant to check speed ability, not ability, nature. Oops! I'll do it after the battle. Oops! It's not like it's gonna be changing. I'll be finding out in about 10 seconds what Spheel's nature is. I meant to check it during the fight. I didn't think about it. Oops. Alright, Spheal. Your nature is gentle. Gentle is... I have a nature chart. I can find this. Plus special defense minus physical defense. Not terrible, not terrible. You're gonna be pretty weak to fighting type moves, but you'll be okay, Spheal. As I said, I did use Spheal on my on the North American playthrough on my own time. I might be uploading my boss battles video from the North American playthrough at some point. I'm debating if I should still go through the post game on that one. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Ori Coliseum on the NSO versions. What EV form did I go for? I went for Jolteon. And I know my Houndour has really good attack. So I'll give it the marks for that too. Alright, now let's check for Spheal. Since we know you're gentle, let me check your IVs now. 15, 23, 26, 27, 15. The only things that are worth standing out are HP and physical defense. So you get the shield, you get the heart. Nobody else has their nature yet, but you will soon. People love EV forms so much. People loved EVs as well. Excuse me, I gotta go blow my nose for a quick second. Where's my, here. So sorry about that, guys. I just had to blow my nose real quick, and it would have not been cool if you got to hear me go and whatnot on the microphone. So I just had to step aside for a couple seconds to take care of that real quick. But I'm back. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I know that Eevee forms are well loved. I don't hate a specific Eevee form. I just find it very hard personally to recommend Flareon in this generation because the physical special split has not happened yet. Flareon's strongest stat is physical attack. Fire is considered special, and it doesn't help that Flareon doesn't get a single physical fire type move until like Gen 7 or something ridiculous in the form of Flare Blitz, and I'm like, I find it so hard to recommend Flareon in the earlier generations. I'm sorry. But if I had to pick one favorite, it would have to be Umbreon. Umbreon's just a giant tank, and it can heal itself through Moonlight. And if you have, and it's a giant tank, it supports its allies, and my favorite part is it can heal itself and do annoying stuff like Confuse Ray on the enemy. Trapped it with Mean Look. It could do all sorts of cool things. I mean, Umbreon has a lot more options in the later generations when it gets moves like Dark Pulse. So it can actually have some form of decent damage on it. We're going to start brand new. I am not doing the Mount Battle Challenge. I'm not doing the 100 Mount Battle Challenge. I am not going to survive Area 3 at all with this team. But I'm just in here to help with the purification process. That is all. Well, Spheal got its other move too. Mud Slap! I mean, that's a really cool move for Spheal to have, but unlike concerned to fight him in, Mud Slap is not going to do anything. Wow, Houndour might get purified in like no time at this rate. Upon how quick Spheal can defeat the Wingull here. But allow me to ask you guys this now. For those of you in the chat that play Pokemon, which Eevee form is your favorite? If Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon were in this game, I would maybe do Leafeon or Sylveon? Sylveon because of the fairy type stuff. But I like all the Eevee forms. But considering we only have the first 5, I went with Umbreon. But I went with Jolteon in this game so I could try something different. Because I've done Espeon in my Teddy Ursa only challenge. Because I had to pick a stone for my Eevee. I've done Vaporeon as a kid, and I went through Umbreon in my North American playthrough. So I stuck with Jolteon. And not to mention, I nicknamed my Jolteon after my best friend. So he's happy about that. And he's not a Pokemon guy, but he was really happy I named something that's really quick after him. Sylveon for you? Sylveon's a really good choice. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer to this. I'm just curious on what people like as far as their Eevee evolutions. I keep forgetting that Bubble can lower speed. One down, 5 to go. Alright, Baltoy, you're up front. Oh yeah, Baltoy's gonna be here for a while because it didn't really get anything into... Also, Mud Slap did get anything in the purification process by just walking a little bit. And this is a little bit of a little easy way for me to figure out what are the types that are considered physical or special before the split in Gen 4 happens. Or happened. The type that each Eevee evolution evolves into, not counting Fairy because Fairy didn't exist by the time this happened. All the types of the Eevee evolutions, including Leafeon and Glaceon, plus Dragon types, are all considered special. Everything else is physical. That's an easy way to remember it. So if you're like, what type is considered physical or special? Just think about it like this. Is it one of the types that Eevee can evolve into? But I think it's safe to say if Fairy types existed this early, Fairy would be considered special. But since Fairies didn't, we'll never see a Fairy on a type-specific thing before the physical special split. So I think that's a really good way to remember your physical or special types. So we have like 8 special types and 10 physical types. Oh, Spheal has a little more to go? Okay. I thought for some reason Spheal was already done. But nope. Spheal has a wee bit more to go. Really? You're just fighting me with the Hoot? Eevee forms, I got the plushies, Sylveon, Flareon, Umbreon, Jolteon. So far, I just need 4 more. Well, you're halfway there. All you're missing is Vaporeon, Espeon, Leafeon, and Glaceon. That's all the ones you're missing. Not terrible. Spheal can now be purified. Alright, Spheal, you're going back here. Okay, I really find it sick that the aura is red when you're in reverse. They're in reverse mode. Well, a trainer younger than even my own grandchildren. Like, this guy just has a Shroomish? Wasn't prepared for just a Shroomish. Or rather, wasn't expecting just a Shroomish, to rather be saying. This thing somehow lives. Only doing Shadow Mist just to give Mareep a chance at going in reverse mode for this fight. That's the only reason they're doing Shadow Mist. Although I'm not expecting him to, just give him the opportunity to land another attack. Attack! As soon as I finish those these two Mount Battle areas, I'll purify Spheal and Houndour. And then after that, I'll see all about rematching trainers if I need to, like the brothers once again. Alright, Baltoy's nature. Baltoy's nature. Hardy. Which is the ones that the abilities cancel each other out. Yeah, this is where the nature, the stat plus and negative cancel each other, so it does nothing. That does explain why I got all the stuff for Baltoy rather quickly. That's to get Pokemon plushies. They're cute to have. I just don't see me carrying a bunch of plushies personally, but they are definitely cute to hold on to. I give that. They are cute. And I see in some local store, I see in some of my local stores in like my mall where they have like anime and Pokemon like plushes and whatnot. I'm like, okay, these things are adorable to look at. Can't believe tomorrow will be the 1st of May. I was saying that earlier, Andrew. Tomorrow is the 1st of May. That is crazy. May's gonna be an interesting month for me. I'll explain why towards the end of the stream, but May's gonna be a fun time. And I know you guys in the UK already did this, but not this weekend, but next weekend is gonna be Mother's Day here in in America, so I got a busy weekend. Not this week, but next week. So I'm like, wow, I already gotta start thinking of what I'm gonna do for my mom for Mother's Day. Mama Subspace needs the love and attention too. The other stuff that happened today, I'll bring that up towards the end. I don't want to distract from the game and whatnot now at this point. Spider stings from poison. It does nothing. I was not expecting Mudslap to knock it out. I was expecting it to hang on with like 1 HP or something, not knock it out. That's kind of funny. Not complaining, I was just finding it a little hilarious that a Mudslap knocked out my Spinnerack. God, this thing had Protect. Think I know what this Pineco's gonna do, so I'm gonna switch out Mareep. If this Pineco does what I think it's gonna do, I'm gonna be so glad I swapped out. Okay, for some reason it does not do what I thought it was going to do. Protected yourself again? Okay, you got a good amount of HP back there. I am surprised this Pineco is not doing what I am anticipating it doing. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Pineco? Okay, I beat the thing. I was expecting the Pineco to use self-destruct at some point. That's part of why I swapped out, so I could still have experience given to somebody. I was expecting her to use self-destruct on the Pineco. I was really surprised when it chose to not do self-destruct at all. Beat me, you'll be fighting Vander. Ah, Chikorita. Alright, Mareep's nature is Lax, which is plus defense minus plus physical defense minus special defense. And it's Lax. Mareep has 14 to 19 HP, 18 to 22 special attack, 13 to 18 in speed. Next to nothing in everything else. Wow. I'm sorry, but this Mareep does not have good IVs. And since there's no way to check your IVs with a direct NPC in Gen 3 games, at least as far as I'm aware, I have to go by a calculator. I have to go by an online calculator. And you're just wanting to make this a little harder for me, aren't you? I don't mind the battle lasting another couple turns. And Mareep is a reverse mode. Get in. I'm really picking up on this British slang and whatnot. And Mareep is confused. Right, Mareep? Oh, that was a giant boost in your purification there. Baltoy may be in trouble here. Oh, that's gonna be so helpful in snagging Thunder Wave. But for now, to save you from the confusion, I'm gonna switch out for C-Dot. Bullet Seed. That's actually a pretty good move to have us for the C-Dot to carry. And you're in first mode already. Reflect wore off. Nice. Alright, see that? Hazard nature, let's go! Alright, see that? Alright, your nature, hasty. This is... plus speed minus physical defense. Combine that with chlorophyll, this is gonna be one fast thing. Okay. HP is 3 to 8. Ow. Attack is 15 to 19. Defense is 24 to 29. Nice. Considering that's its weaker stat, that's really good. From the nature. Special attack is 11 to 16. Special defense 17 to 22. Speed also 17 to 22. This C-Dot is gonna be fast. Oh, hello, you come to train about battle. Excellent. Okay, and the music that's about to play here, my favorite boss theme in the Pokemon series. Well, one of them, at least. It's definitely one of my favorite battle themes in this game. Not my favorite battle theme in Pokemon of all time, but it's up there. We'll be hearing the song a lot the closer to the end of the game we get. Ouch. Wait, you got reversal just by being just from flinching? That's kind of hilarious. Go on, Mareep. Ouch. That's gonna hurt a little. Nicely done. I don't think the coupons will be doing me too much throughout this adventure, but I'll hold on to them anyway. Brace. Area 2 begins here. It's still like a spring training in baseball. Aw, this guy's using a Cyndaquil. Too bad I'm gonna have to knock it out, though. Such a shame, because I really do like Cyndaquil. Finally, Baltoy's in reverse mode. And I'm gonna put C-Dot in the front first, instead of Dolphin, because, well, C-Dot's got a little bit more under her belt. I think this will finish the both of them. So that'll just leave Gulpin and C-Dot for the last 8 battles. Actually nice to see attacks from the Pokemon of these lower levels, compared to when I did this a couple weeks ago on my Teddiursa run, where I just, like, kept one-hitting everything. If this doesn't bring Baltoy or Marie to the final lock, then I'm gonna have to go to... Okay. Now we can go to the last two. How far along are they? Wait, C-Dot already has its... Oh, that's right. Duh. I was gonna say... Well, we already... I was about to say we don't have C-Dot signature, but yes, we do. I checked it earlier. Duh. So 8 battles to go. I think these two can make it to the final lock in 8 matches. I mean, because why not? Sludge. I'll try Bullet Seed on Shuckle. I know that thing's gonna take it like a champ. Because Shuckle is nothing but defense. I mean, a critical hit kind of proves me wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Yep, Andrew, the last 2 of these 6. Here we go. Let's go. Why not somehow hanging on? C-Dot might actually get to the final lock a lot faster than I'm expecting. Once we get these guys purified, we can finally progress through the lab. Secret power? Well, that move's gonna do like nothing on Shuckle. But it's cool to see not know secret power. And let the wind get away. Do 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 do. Yeah, C-Dot's gonna be at the final lock in no time at this rate. Already the C-Dot's defeated. Tackle only doing 2 damage. That's not going to be much concern to me. I am not surprised you won. The Intimidate's gonna mess things up a wee bit for me. But I'm not too concerned just yet. Scary Face might cause some problems, though. Ooh, I was gonna say nice crit. That Totodile just barely held on by a thread. Your last line of defense is a Feebas? Okay. Hey, C-Dot should be at the final lock now. That Feebas is fast. But if it's just splashing around, it's not going to do anything to me. 4 hits. Five rounds to go for this area. Hopefully Gulpin will be there very soon. Alright, one left! One left! One more to the final lock. I'm gonna keep Seedot in the front for a little bit because I got like next to no time in battles. I say that as the enemy summons a Torchic on me. Alright, the last nature. For Gulpin, we got Rash. This means extra special attack, lower special defense. Alright, what are your IVs now? 22, 25, 20, oops, not 26, 25, 25, 20. Near perfect special defense. Despite having a bad nature for it, you got near perfect special defense, Sculpin. Nice crit. Oh. You spend your turn using focus energy? You could have done like Ember or something on C-Dot. That's gonna hurt. Gotta head out. Thanks for heading out, Blue Hedgehog, man. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hopefully see you again soon. Have a good rest of your day, night, time zone, wherever you are. I honestly don't think Gulpin's gonna be hitting the final lock in these 4 matches that are ahead. Especially when this guy's just using like a waltz. That was an almost one shot. Wait a minute, how am I on the incense? None. I thought I had something in there. You can't rely on brute power just to win your battles. She ain't wrong. Ooh, this thing got toxic now. Mareep's the only one not in reverse mode out of the ones that are already at the final lock, so I might have to put Mareep in the front so I don't waste the turn doing the call command. Wait, Mareep's right here. Alright. Last battle for the Mount Battle stuff. I need to figure out how the heck I'm gonna... Maybe I'll buy some of the incense stuff. Yeah, I think I'll buy some of the incense to give it to Gulp and see if I can finish it the rest... him. See if I can finish her the rest of the way. Water Pulse this early, that's gonna be tough to work over. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. So I heard you lick my kips. Oh, jeez, everyone is in reverse mode now. Ouch! Finally opens in reverse mode! Took Gulpin long enough to get in reverse mode. I might need to buy one, maybe two of the incense. Or is it colognes? Whatever. And that takes care of that. Things get a little tougher. I know I dillied and dallied to get these 6 to purify. But with them all purified, we can finally move on through the lab. I am not doing Mount Battles Area 3, it's a jump in difficulty 2, where it's going to be very tough this early in the game. And I already got my berry before the stream started. Nothing exciting. I just got Espear? I think that's what it's called. The one that defrosts. I'll buy just the one for now. I just needed the one. That was perfect timing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we can now finally purify these 6 shadow Pokemon and get a move on with the game. The ones I get after this, I'll just worry about as I progress through the area. Upon who I decide to put into the team. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't need to heal. After an hour and a half, we could finally move on. Maybe an hour after I caught those shadows. A little more than an hour. Feint attack. Charm. And I got a good name for you. Since I'm planning on keeping this Houndour into the team, I'm naming you Cinder. See, we're now making progress now, guys. Only took a little bit. Aurora Beam. Yeah, that's a really good move to have on a Spiel this early in the game. And Charm. Wow, Spiel actually gained 2 levels. You really learning Body Slam this soon? Heck yes! Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna want to get over a Mud Slap. Mud Slap it's just an accuracy drop move. Alright, Baltoy, you're next. Rock Tomb. Refresh. Mareep, you're up next. Body Slam. Heal Bell. reap is evolving. Nice. Two more. Shockwave. Sting. Giga Drain. And refresh. Yeah, C-Dot got, like, only triple digits in experience over quad digits, so... Yeah, she went through her process rather fast. Alright, now we can get her... Now we can get speed back in the party. And then finally progress. Gonna check on the... And I gotta get back to the lab, and then I'll check on my dog, because I hear my dog going a little crazy, so... Give me a quick second, I'll BRB. That wasn't too bad. How long was I on that for? Only like 3.5 minutes. Okay, that's not bad at all. Yeah, it's just a package came at the front door and I had to take it in. Let me let my mom know that package came for her. There we go. Alright, time to progress. Finally into the lab. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. I'm sorry. Actually, I'll keep Speed and Cinder in the party for now. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Well, I'm hero now, so... Alright, Speed and Cinder, let's go! Speed, you are one speedy little devil. This is gonna be one dynamic duel right here, at least at the start of things. Oh my, I'm not supposed to lose to you. Actually, I'll bring in backup. I'm gonna bring Teddy Ursus back up. I know Teddy Ursus is a little under the level, but I want to have the backup. You know, safe rather than sorry. No running in the halls! I always love that line. It reminds me of, I was recently looking back at some older streams and VODs, and I remember someone in my chat making a joke of no swimming in the halls in a Splatoon stream I did at one point. It's just that reminded me. It's just this whole thing. The no running in the halls lady reminded me of no swimming in the halls. I don't remember who said that or what stream it was from, but I remember that being a thing in one of my streams, and it was hilarious. Yeah, Teddy Ursa is not doing a lot of damage, but Teddy Ursa is on the weaker side, so that's okay. And speed's level 18. Oh yeah? Well, I'll just run away. Remember, lady, no running in the halls! I'll keep Speed in the front. So in case he does show up to the stream, he'll see himself in action. When are they gonna finally get the guy to spill the beans about the purification research? He might be at a threatening purification, but if he won't talk, our work ain't going anywhere. What are you doing there? I'm on a field trip. That did a pretty good amount of damage. And that might actually cause me problems. Here's some Fury Swipes. Actually, I could put that over Refresh. I don't see me really using Refresh all that much. Whoa, critical hit. Oh my gosh, that shook me up. All I want to do is work on my research. Don't disturb me, please. Oh, who's wandering around here? Alright, next, sir. You're next. Yeah, we're kind of breezing through these fights now that we're using our regular team. I know Teddy Ursa's not part of the main crew, but I have Teddy Ursa because, well, I have my reasons. Is my mic actually? Yes, it is. I just had to first reset check to see if my mic was on. Level 14. Ouch, what are they doing being mean to Speed right there? I gotta be a little careful in my attacks. I don't want to attack the Spinnerack too hard. Okay, you go after Teddy Ursa now. Speed's attack missed! And let me start throwing snag balls here and see if I can get the Spinnerack. And hopefully I can paralyze this thing with the link. If it doesn't work. Oh, we were so close. Oh, now you get paralyzed. There we go. Spinnerack. I shouldn't have come out. And we caught the Spinnerack, which is now on our team. A revive. Ooh, what do you got, Teddy Ursa? A Paralyze Seal. Spinnerack actually has something with a swarm. We don't know Spinnerack's nature. 36, 24, 19, 20, 20, and 15. Spinnerack has both of its specials pretty dang good. Physical was 20 to 27. Not a terrible Spinnerack when I'm checking as far as the IVs go with my Spinnerack here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And we can actually continue forward. Meanwhile, please, Professor Krane, when will you tell me about your purification study? I do so want to know. Here's where the title of the stream finally comes into play, people. This woman right here, doesn't she look like a Hatsune Miku, but with pink instead of teal or whatever her hair color normally is? That's the first thing I thought of when I looked at this character. That's one of the things I think of when I see this character, and I'm like, it's Pink Hatsune Miku. That will help let me power up my XD001. I so made it myself. Don't you think that would be fabulous? You've got to be joking. I would never cooperate with people like you. Oh, but why? I so don't get it. Why would you refuse an offer so wonderful as this? I don't care how often you repeat yourself. I have no intention of helping your shadow Pokemon plan. Artificially slamming shut the hearts of Pokemon? It's inexcusable. Put us to it immediately. Oh, you are so mean and closed-minded. You won't even try to understand how marvelous it is to help my XD001. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Hopefully it did not catch that on the microphone, but I felt the sneeze coming. Naps! Yes, Sister Loverina. I don't think the game ever specifies, but are these two brother and sister? This is also your fault. Professor Krane is oh so cross because you were so rude when you invited him here. You can't be serious. Listen to the man already. He's been saying he won't help our Shadow Pokemon plan. I can't hear you. The plan is perfect. XD001's condition was off by just a little tiny bit. Being off by just a little tiny bit is enough to make a drop a ship. And would you look at the uproar? Naps! It's so all your fault what happened every tiny little bit. So, do something about it! And then she just walks away. And this is part of why I'll never understand women, guys. Naps, was it? You have my sympathy. What a nightmare it must be to have someone like her as your boss. You will put a lid on it. When it comes right down to it, it's so all your fault. Come on, help us with XD001. First, we need to talk. I'll teach you why it's such a bad mistake to create shadow Pokemon. Dude! I'm on the other side of the wall! Can't you hear? Okay, I can't hear. I don't think I can hear what they're singing. They don't think they can hear me. Did you come here knowing this was set for Slab? It doesn't matter now, since you know that we're here, we're not about to let you go free. Solox. I know this Spinarak is gonna not exactly hit the hardest, but my point's gonna be even further proven with the reflect up on the thing now. Yeah, and Andrew, I appreciate you coming in, and we hope to see you. I hope to see you next time. Although my next stream is probably not gonna be at a time that's exactly the most friendly for the European side, because, well, Salmon Run starts at like 1 a.m. in the UK time. Sorry for work. Perfectly fair and valid. You get your rest if you need it. We'll see you next time. On. Why is this thing not exactly cooperating? Normally I would do Salmon Run much earlier in the day, but it's because the rotation starts much later than usual. That's why I'm starting later than usual. But yeah, I'll still plan to do Sonic Cross Worlds on Saturday. Oh dear. I know it took us to reflect this up, but I'm like, why is it taking so long to get rid of a Voltorb? Oh, this could be a trouble. And it's a shadow Pokemon. I actually wound up using this Snubble on the North America playthrough, North America file I had of this game. And Camerupt is actually not that bad. It's got a bit of a slow start, but it's a really good mixed attacker once you get moves like Flamethrower and Earthquake. Camerupt is very, very helpful, especially once you get Numble to evolve. This could be a problem. Now the reflect is gone. Because Numble's Park ground speed's not going to be able to do much to it. So I'm hoping Spirit can actually live an attack or two. There we go. Cinder's level 19. Nice. That may have bought Cinder a little bit of time. Like, and by a little bit of time, I mean like 1, maybe 2 hits. Oh dear, please hang on, Cinder! Alright, Pokeball time. Oh, really? I was so close, too. Wait, if you go reverse mode now, you're gonna die to the recoil. I don't need Spinnerack going in reverse mode right now. Oh, this could be tough. What are you going after? That's fine, that's fine. Alright, Speed, you're up. I'm gonna have to do Charm so I can ensure I live in case this does not go well. What is with this Nubble? Well, Speed, you're the last one. I used Charm on it twice. Hopefully that makes it do a lot less damage to Speed. Oh, and now you decide to get in the ball. So calm down, please, and then leave quietly. Hi. I'm too scared to progress with Speed and Numble left. I was gonna say just Speed left, but no, I caught the Numble. Alright, I'll check out my Numble's IVs. 43, 19, 17, 24, 21, 19. really good special defense and speed, so that's gotta help out in its weakness to water attacks. Wait, did I actually heal? Yes, I did. Oh, perfect. I wanted to make sure I did not heal. I wanted to make sure I healed before running back and being like, oh crap, Speed's the only one left. Speaking of Speed, how you doing, mate? I see ya. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm gonna be a little annoyed on the inside if I found I was able to get to the next healing machine all along. Doing alright, how about you? Doing alright. Had a bit of a start today, but I'm hanging in there. I could have been gone here this whole time without a fight. Hold it. If you want to pop up in that chest, you're gonna have to beat me first. Challenge accepted. Alright, Spinnerack and Numble, we got this. It's your first battle, and you annoyed me to death, Numble! This Numble has to be... Ooh, Signal Beam! This Numble has to be something, if it pretty much wiped out most of my team right there. I'm kinda not surprised. I'm not really surprised. The Reflect is making it do a lot worse. Will this be enough to... Yes! Despite the Reflect. This thing is... Okay, I'm not too worried about this thing. What's it gonna do? Just tackle? It's not gonna do much to me. Ooh, that hurts. I guess I'm gonna have to play a gang up on the Machop right now. I think Nubble's gonna be able to finish up the Machop this turn. Yes. Oh, and another fighting type takes your spot. Whoa. I think the Reflect goes away after this turn? Because I'm already definitely seeing noticing the difference in my attacks and not really doing a lot. Those were like, aside from that one crit, 1 damage each. I love how the AI can be so stupid sometimes. Right now that the reflect is gone, I should be noticing a difference in my attack power. Let's go. Oh, that is a beautiful difference. That was beautiful. If not for that reflect, I would have been able to one-hit a lot of that stuff. You were guarding an ether this whole time? Well, but it's a little tiny intruder. A tiny little intruder. Okay, I had those backwards the first time. I was gonna say I don't really have any electric moves for you to worry about, but I forgot Speed's a Jolteon, so whoops! That only affects my Thundershock a wee bit. Surprised this thing is rather fast. I mean, what have I got? What have I got on my side? A little camel and a tiny spider. Not exactly the fastest things in the world. Oh, and you flinch. One down. Flinching. It's weird to see that sometimes I can outspeed the enemy while it sometimes can outspeed me. And you miss. Of course. Well, good thing I have a healing machine right behind me. There's nothing cute about you, brat. I don't think I have to scrap any part of me as cute. That's just me. Other people may see it that way, but I don't see myself as that. I'm so glad this is right here so I can heal instead of running all the way to the beginning. Where do you think you're going? Stop scurrying around. You're gonna have to fight if you want to stop me from this pesky little scurvying. A Carvana and a Magnemite. I forgot this was the Carvana that was a shadow. I knew it was a Carvana coming up, and I forgot it was this particular one. Oh, and Numble has Dig. Oh, this is gonna be fun. What's not fun is getting a critical hit from that Carvana. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Go, Pokeball! We'll see how this attempt goes. 1, 2, 3... We were so close with that pretty much full health. Almost had it. Almost. I know that Carvana doesn't exactly have the best defenses, so I'm scared of what I'm gonna do. That's not a shadow move is gonna take it out. Reverse mode? Took a little bit for you to get there. Shadow Blitz and Call. Alright, Numble has his nature. Nice. My Numble is in trouble. Bold. This is plus defense, lower. No wonder your physical attacks aren't doing much. I am not expecting. I'm not expecting one or both of you to live this route. Well, I knew that was gonna happen sooner or later. Bye, Numble. Well, let's get speed in action. This will be one shocking defeat. Okay, that did quite a number. Rough skin is gonna hurt. I don't exactly have the best number of Pokeballs left either. Worth an attempt. Okay, that actually did a pretty good. Oof. Finally, you do something other than Shadow Blitz. Alright. Please beat the magic factor this time. So I'm afraid if Speed does anything else to it, Carvana's not gonna make it. Finally! Third time's the charm. Go right ahead. Feel free to wander or look around. And look around. Almost said the wrong thing. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that today. I got maybe one more shadow before the boss. It's either one or two. But I definitely know the shadow on the boss is not exactly going to be an easy one to fight. Up we go! I never thought that Cypher's big man, would deign to show up here in person. I saw him in real flesh and blood, and he's menacing. The sight of him gives me the shivers. Okay, where's the fry in this speech? Master Grievel's supposedly making a personal tour of all of Cypher's facilities. I think he wants to confirm that everything is so fine he can proceed with this plan without ending up with a fiasco like the last time. What? Who are you? Suspicious intruder. How long have you been there? You may be a kid, but I can't let you go out. Alright, tell me the juice at the spit. Quirky! Another one of those that cancel each other out type of deal. Whoa! Was not expecting just underground to trigger reverse mode. It's kind of funny. Spinner may be in trouble. Nice crit. And then color change goes to the ground type. Spinnerack is probably not going to make it. Flinching! Well, at least we both go in reverse mode. Alright, snap you both out of it. Spinnerack gets to make gets a new move. So does Nubble. I think you both might be at the final lock very, very soonish. Alright, what do you guys got as your moves? Nightshade and Ember. I know the drill. Bring speed out for some shocking results. And Nummel is running low. This is not good. Nice. Speed's the fastest thing around. There ain't no way you're gonna outrun him, especially when you're paralyzed. And you should be getting a level very soon, too. Weird, I felt the sneeze come up, but it never released. I don't like that feeling. Okay, that did not do as much as I thought it was going to. That is good. Hopefully the Ember's gonna be just as fine. Okay, perfect. Alright, time to capture Shroomish. Okay, Shroomish is the last shadow before the boss. I know I'm on the right track. Get in! First try! I've really been picking up on the British slang. And that is a good thing. Are you really a kid? I'm not just a kid. Did you maybe come to rescue Krane? Don't bother trying. You don't know how scary Lovrina, she's in charge here, can be! She looks cute and all, but she's nothing short of terrifying. Get out of here while you still can. It's for your own good. Mysterious ID card. What's your story? Aye. I'm only a researcher. I don't battle. Okay, the red ball could definitely be helpful. Doing pretty nice and good here. Right, since you're bold. Minus level 15. 28, 15, 27, 14. Yeah, I knew your defenses were going to be on the low side. Not terrible. And then as for the Shroomish. Also level 15, 19, 25. Whoops, I messed up your HP very badly. 16. Okay, that's not the worst. Now I was just checking out of curiosity what IVs and whatnot my new shadows had. But then I'm gonna be using them once they get right. Now that I made my whole loop around that main area, I'm gonna check the off spots and see who I can fight. So I could get the purification process ongoing. me check out every little corner I can of these dungeons, yeah? 3 super potions. This is the place for a child to be sightseeing. Orbit? I guess I'll be defeating you and send you out into orbit. That was terrible, I know. I can't think of any good puns with a lot of these names. I did it for the first guy at the beginning of the game, and I can't do it anymore. I don't know why. Wrong target! Except that still did a lot of damage, way more than I wanted. Nice reverse mode. Ow. I think Spinnerack might be at the end. Or just at the end. One or the other. Whoa, that crit did something else. And we're winning the battles! I like to see that. This is the place for battles, too! Letting a child like this unchallenged? What's wrong with for security? Oh, Spinnerack cannot be purified. Now I can put Spinnerack in the back and put Carvana up the front. Get that going with Carvana. Hello, little boy. Have you lost your way? Yes, I kind of lost my way. I'm trying to find my way to the exit. Could you mind showing me there so I can get you through that door and out of this place? Not too fast. I don't know how I'm able to outspeed you this turn when you outsped me last turn. Weird. Very, very weird. This could be trouble. Is Numble dead? Surprisingly, no. I don't know how I'm still alive on both ends. But I guess this means I win. Dun-dun. How dare you? I mean, really? Alright, time to go back up and heal. Thanks for the free healing. And now I'm this way to get the item, which she is guarding was. What is with all these guys guarding ethers? Not complaining, or just like anticipating something else. I'll save these two for a little later since Numble is right about to get purified. And fight you instead. What, little boy, what are you? You shouldn't get into mischief when you're visiting someone else's place. No, 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 no. This isn't your place either. It's a research facility. Tickly. Scary face. No thanks. I mean, that's a very helpful move, but I don't think I need to use it right now. And get burned. Since you're pretty much gonna die from the burn, I'll go after your friend instead. If not this turn, then definitely the next one. I really can't wait to get normal purify because these attacks are doing next to nothing. Yet the number I had on my other account was doing so well in the damage department. Nice, finally! Well, Carvana's the one dishing out a chunk of damage this time. But it's a glass cannon! Then Jigglypuff's like, well, the bird's gonna get rid of me anyway. I'm just gonna curl up into a ball. And then deflate. Oh, it feels so good to be doing a lot more than, like, minimal damage. It feels so good. My battles are actually going a little quicker now. Having a glass cannon, a Carvana in the front. I mean, I have Speed or Cinder in the front, but I want these Shadow Pokemon to get kind of purified too. Didn't someone raise you properly? How could you come in and make a mess of our place? Normal can be purified, and now you could get out of the front. Shribbers could come up here. Full heal. Always love to see it. Now, I have no idea how much Shermish has gone through the process already, so... surprise! I'll heal, see how far Shermish has gone during the fight with those two guys up there. And then good old fun times will be ahead. Dun. Have you heard? Prototype XC001's final adjustments are behind schedule at headquarters. If they could get Krane to give up the details about the purification study, all of XC001's problems should be resolved in one fell swoop. I think so too, but he sounds quite obstinate and tight-lipped about the whole thing. I've heard Lovrina's getting incensed over this. What, a kid in the lab? Hold still so we can catch you, kid. You're gonna need to be quicker on your feet if you want to get me. Sorry guys, just responding to a quick text. Swablu's definitely the bigger threat of the two. Okay, not like it mattered. The crit did it for me. Right? Let's keep on the shadow moves and get rid of the oppression. Do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How long does it take to get rid of a Corsola? Since I know you have counter, that's not exactly gonna be fun. I'm scared if I do anything attack-wise, why not's gonna counter and get rid of Shroomish. Yup, this was coming. Wait, it lived? Okay! I am honestly surprised Shroomish lit that counter. Not gonna complain, but I'm surprised. There was your downfall! Can someone clip that, please? Not expecting the counter to come in with the getting poisoned and then dying to it. It's not prepared for that conclusion. Okay, Shroomish has... Oh, that's so gonna help. Mega Drain is so gonna help. I get you're talking about the not the Galarian, the Alolan variant of the Graveler there, root vegetable. But I think I get where you're coming from. Hope you're doing all right though. Mega Drain only recovered 5. You know, Mega Drain or whatever's gonna come out next. That is not going to help me out much here. I am surprised Rufus is still alive. But I doubt it's going to live really anymore past this. It's only got 2 HP out of that. I guess this is Shroombish's end. No? Okay. Now this is Shroombish's end. Alright, Cinder. Time to burn these things to a crisp. I'll try Feint Attack. I'm not expecting to do too much here. It's a lot more than I thought. Also, wow, Cinder outspeeds everything in here. Speed and Cinder are going to outspeed a lot of enemies throughout this adventure. They're already doing it this early. Nope, I'm just no good at battling. I'll pretend I never saw you. Now scram. I was just repeating what the guy was saying in the game, not talking to anyone specifically about that. I think that's all the side paths taken care of, so I can, How far along are Carvana and Shroomish? Carvana's just about to get a nature. Shroomish just got its first move. So I can purify Spinnerack and double. So I can put them away. Then after that, figure out what the heck I'm gonna do about Carvana and Shroomish. Because we're 2, maybe 3 fights away from the boss. And I know she's not that bad, but she can't be tricky if I'm not prepared. Spinnerack got dig and refresh. Getting a couple nice levels out of all this. Love to see that. Alright, Numble's turn. No, I don't want to nickname my Spinnerack. It got takedown. I'm not using this Numble. I used it in my last playthrough. And it's not been doing the best of the attack department anyway. But 3 level ups? Whoa. Whoa. I actually might be able to get Carvana all the way down at this rate. While I'm here, I'll buy a few of those incenses. I'll buy Pokeballs so I can be prepared. I'll do the colognes. How much did that work? Oh wow, that actually did a huge amount. Right now it's... Yes, definitely gotta finish it. And then I'll do the last two in Shroomish. Alright, now for the last two on Shroomish before I forget. There we go. Now does Shroomish have its nature? Alright, adamant. And also, ooh, you got all your moves too. This is nice. Very, very nice. Alright. Now I can purify Carvana and return to the lab. I'm feeling ready to go for this final bit of the first dungeon of the game. You lot are excited. I know we've had a bit of a slow start today, but hey, we're really picking up the pace. And hopefully by the next stream I do at this game, I'll be on my primary team pretty much there on out, especially with the reward I get for the first arc completion. Where did I put my... Oh, it's in the back. Both the black glasses and the charcoal would do great on Cinder. I just don't know which of the two to give her. I'll figure it out. Back to the lab we go. Oops, wrong button. I'm having Teddy sit in there for pickup bait and health fodder. How close are you two to level 20? Not bad. I'll actually keep Teddy in the front so I can give her another level or two with these next couple fights. XD001 Spoon is going to send our plans right off the rails. Wish we finish up with this research and get out for the stank underground warren. What? Who are you? Where'd you get in from? I can see the damage coming back up. Nicely done. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby! Okay, that did a lot more than I wanted it to. Why are you ganging up a Teddy Ursa for, anyway? And your attack missed. Oh no, please don't hurt yourself. Thank you. Up. Might be able to get another one before Loverina. Why? What did I do to deserve this? Everything. Use the ID card. You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon against their will. ... Please, won't you help us stop the Shadow Pokemon plan? Join us. Help us save Pokemon. Professor Krane, I understand what you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Whoa! You! Aren't you the kid I saw at the lab that time? Michael, is it really you? Are you trying to tell me that you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Krane? It's too bad. I'm still a member Cypher. I can't very well let you folks go now, can I? And as for you, you snagged my Teddy Ursa for me that time. I'll give you this. You got guts to come here alone, but I'll fix you good so you never get out again. And we get to see his actual team this time. And here's the Teddy Ursa I took from you. Are you ready to fall to it? Ouch. That actually did a lot of healing. And your attack missed? Crow is very fast. I need to take care of it. You're being a big pain, you know that? Well, Speed and Cinder are gonna get some experience now. Oh, I hate that. I mean, once I got Jolteon and Houndour in the field, I've been having no problems. Not really any problems. Get him, Speed. Let's go. You're good, punk. You don't have the foggiest notion about how big and scary Cypher is. It's not smart to resist. You could go on about the poor, abused Pokemon and all, but you should think about your own selves. That's my advice. Michael, did you really come here by yourself? That's amazing. But it's dangerous here. We better get out right away. My worst fears turned out to be true about Cypher. They weren't wiped out. And this is just one of their bases. But the details can wait. Things could get complicated if they return. Let's get out of here. And now he's walking with us. Or rather, running with us. I know what's coming. I gotta go find that other machine and heal. Because things could get really ugly if I don't. And I have to take the long way around because that one door at the bottom there is a one-way. So I can only go in through the bottom. As shameful as that is to admit, one-way doors, my one weakness that these guys know how to exploit. I'm saving just in case. In case something does go wrong. I'm saving again just in case. Can't go wrong with the double save. You sneaked Krane out! That's what that's what happens when you leave him unguarded. Lovrina, let's challenge here. He's the intruder. For those of you guys that are still hanging out, doesn't she look like Hatsune Miku but pink? Oh, wait! I so have not heard about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Krane is so going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy. So please, be a nice boy and don't disturb us. We're going back to the HQ lab. Stand aside, please. Going back? Seriously? You are so joking. This so happens to be where you work from now on. How many times is this woman gonna say so in her speeches? After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You so are the key to our plan. XD001, the ultimate shadow Pokemon that can never be purified. Stop that nonsense. Do you seriously think that I would help you do something that horrible? Oh, that Naps. He so must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Little boy, maybe you could convince Professor Krane. You should tell him to study our XD001. You see, our plan is to make Shadow Pokemon that can never ever be purified. XD001 is our first prototype. So when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that just be peachy? But we so need the professor's cooperation for our plan. So please, sweetie, can you please ask him nicely to help? Whoa, Michael, don't joke around now. Thank you. So will you hand over the professor to us nicely? Oh, how nasty, you silly boy. You so won't help me with XD001 either? Oh, you'll be sorry now. But you will so understand. A little hurt is so persuasive. Cue epic boss music. I studied these fights in and out, playing this game a lot as a kid. Lovrina is not that challenging, but she loves to cause status problems if I leave her alone for too long. I can see that Hatsune Miku. I'm not the only one who sees Hatsune Miku here! The only one! I'm not too concerned about Missy Lovrina here. This turn I'll be able to finish both Beautify and Love Disc. I don't think the crit was actually necessary, it was just rubbing salt in the wound for her. Get in level 20. For both of you. Next is Roselia. Oh boy, the Coup de Courre! This Delcatty is gonna be nuts! And I need to snag this thing. I am not looking forward to fighting this. Wow, and you miss! Alright, let's get rid of this Roselia before Speed gets his health drained from him. I like the way the Roselia just walks back from taking damage. Like, ouch, that hurt! Whoa, nice crit! Why is Wolverina being much easier than I'm making her out to be? I think one more of each should be the trick. I just like making my enemies suffer. You've done enough, Cinder. Get back and get some rest. Now, Shroomish, it's your turn. Lower your accuracy one more time. No, you could have that. I didn't know you had that move. Okay. Well, I knew you had it. I just didn't see your AI ever decide to use that. I guess the lowered attack made you go, maybe I should change my strategy a little bit. Will this get Shroomish to the final? Oh! That crit scared me! I thought it was dead! Once I saw the crit, I was like, oh no! Oh! Don't scare my little heart like that! Speed, you nearly broke my... Speed, you nearly scared my heart like that! Please don't do that again! I'm referring to Speed to Jolteon, not the speeds, not the actual speed. Nice! And with that, Wolverina is down. Get back to Sonic Crosswells and change your hair back to teal, thank you. What on earth? How could you be strong? Oh, I so hate to say this, little boy. I can't beat you right now. Master Grief will so be cross with me, but it's okay. I'll let you owe me this one time. But you have to promise you will think about my plan next time. If you see XC001, I'm sure you will so want to help me. I'll so be waiting for you. And now she runs away. Little Wolverina! And he leaves something behind. Michael, you've grown tough, haven't you? In fact, I'm amazed at how much stronger you've grown in this short of a time. I guess we'll be relying on you even more from now on. Now that we know Zephyr's back, we need to move quickly. We have to come up with ways of stopping him. This time, let's really head back to the lab. Oh, and Shroomish can now be purified. Nice. A data ROM. May I see that? This may be something important. We'll take it back and analyze it. Let's get out of this bunker. A little more to go, and then this will be done. Thanks to you, Michael. I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I learned a few things in the desert lab. First and foremost, Zephyr hasn't disappeared. The fact that they're still around is alarming. Worse, they are making more shadow Pokemon. Again. And worst of all, they're trying to create the ultimate shadow Pokemon, one that's impossible to purify. Sephiroth must be plotting world domination using shadow Pokemon to stir weapons once again. To counter Sephiroth's new shadow conspiracy, Director, Lily, we did it! The Purify Chamber is complete! Oh my! Oh, what fantastic timing! It's finally finished! Lily, thank you for pulling everyone together so capably in my absence. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's all have a look at the Purify Chamber. Let's. Alright, I'll get this out of the way now. I was normally going to be ending about now, but I'm like, no. But I'm like, nah, get through this one last tutorial. I know, ending session 2 on a tutorial. Let me take a look at this Delcatty before I think about it. Delcatty's gonna be something really... Gens 1 to 6. 58 HP, 35, 33, 25, 29, 34. Oh shoot, I forgot to change its nature, and it's level 18. Pretty good HP and physical defense. Its attack might be on the strong side, so not a terrible Delcatty. I'll give it that. This thing is actually pretty decent. Take a good look. This is the Purify Chamber. Michael, your father and I designed it 5 years ago when we were motivated by the Shadow incident. If evildoers were to create Shadow Pokemon again, we wanted to be able to save them ourselves. Michael, your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together HQ Lab. I don't know if it's been said in the game yet, but yes, the protagonist's father had died before the events of this game had started. I don't think they explicitly said how, but it's implied that he was tragically murdered, and I'm like, that's dark in a Pokemon game? Implying your protagonist's father is dead? Through tragic means? If your father were here, I'm sure that he'd be... Okay, they brought it up for me, that he's not here anymore. While I was gone, everyone seems to have rallied around Lily and made things happen. Alright, Michael, we'll have you lead the way. The glorious history of the Purify Chamber will begin with you. But first, we just kind of explain how this works. Certainly. Okay, Michael, listen. The Purify Chamber is a facility in which Shadow Pokemon undergo purification through contact with regular Pokemon. Purification gets conducted with what we call a set. This is where Shadow Pokemon come into contact with regular Pokemon. In the center of a set, one Shadow Pokemon is placed, and up to 4 regular can be placed around a Shadow Pokemon. We have 9 of these in total. That means we can officially purify up to 9 Shadow Pokemon at one time. That is very helpful. There is one thing you need to be careful about. Purification will work if you place only a single Shadow Pokemon on the set. Purification only happens when there is at least 1 regular Pokemon on a set with the Shadow. The number of regular Pokemon placed with the Shadow Pokemon and their compatibility are key points. First, the number of regular Pokemon. The more you place with the Shadow Pokemon, the quicker purification will be. The next, compatibility will depend on the types of those involved and the directions they face. By adjusting these factors, you'll likely see differences in the purification speed. If you need details, I'll be happy to explain later, but for now, check out the sets. Purify Chamber stats is on standby. System stats good to go. Step onto the circular plate, a holographic image of the Pokemon involved in the Purification Chamber will appear. Well, it would if there were actually some on the sets. When you're checking on the hologram, you could zoom to the individual sets. At any selected set, you can configure things as you see fit. A controller panel will appear by... This is way too much talking for me. To pick the Pokemon you want to place on a selected set, position them, and so on. Oh my gosh, how much more talking is this? If you bring some Pokemon, Michael, you can place them on the sets. Don't worry, you'll be able to figure it out when you actually try it. We'll be around to provide advice if you need it. First, check the hologram, please. Thank you for finally stopping the talking! I don't mind the talking, but there's just so much at one time, and like, tutorials galore! So let's see how this process actually works. I'll bring you back in here. Shroom is just actually ready to get purified. This Shroom is just ready to open its heart. However, there must be at least 1 regular Pokemon on the set to perform the purification ceremony. So if I were to do something like this, or this, and with Spinnerack here... Oh, nice! Yes, that would actually fulfill this requirement. Get in. Alright, let's see how this actually works. There's a Pokemon ready to open its heart. Let's see how this purification actually works. We're going to be seeing this a lot throughout the adventure, but this is serendipitous. It's our first time doing this process. So we don't need to worry about Agate Village anymore. Unless I carry the Pokemon in my party, which some of them I will. But for the majority of what's left, a lot of them will be done here. False Swipe? That's really good for catching shadows. And Refresh. Alright, here we go. Sure will be returned to the PC storage system. How'd you find the Purify Chamber? Works like a bell. Clean as a whistle. Using this system, it's possible to purify many Shadow Pokemon at the same time. Oh, you can also access with the PC at any time, so be sure to try that feature. Now, the issue with the Shadow Pokemon should be recovered from Cypher. It looks like you ought to keep using that snack machine. So, like that, we could just pull up more shadows this away into the Purified Chamber. And I can easily change the direction the shadow will be facing by using the controls and whatnot. Right now, Delcatty's got a regular process whichever way I face her, so she's gonna have a generic, steady Purify process. Speaking of Cypher, have you made progress with the data ROM we brought back from the lab? Oh yes, I asked the Dayton to analyze the data ROM. It should be ready soon. Michael, could you go upstairs and ask how he's doing? He's the man in the room next to the director's office, remember? He was compiling the basic data. Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. It's Jovi, it's okay, this is for work. And she beats me to the punch anyway. Seeing Jovi and her boundless energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyway, I wonder what was on that data ROM. Oh, Jovi, there's no stopping you. Please go ask him anyway, Michael. I mean, Jovi says she'll do so much, but yeah, I don't see her finishing the work. He should be right here, yeah? Oh, is it Dayton, the man who's always fooling around on this computer? This is strange. Jovi wonders where he went. Maybe he went outside to get some fresh air? After all, we do need to touch grass sometimes. That's the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry, Professor, I couldn't decipher it. Huh? Oh, it's only you, Michael. You scared me half to death. That data ROM is heavily protected like a bank vault. It would take a seriously talented guy to break through and get to the contents. A seriously talented guy, you say? Jump scare. Ah, Professor, I'm terribly sorry. It can't be helped, and if it's a seriously talented guy we need, I think I may have the solution. Who would that be? I'm sorry to spring you on this, but can you deliver this data ROM to OMS? Or I'll just say the letters OMBS in Pyrite Town. Oh, right away. I got the data ROM. OMBS is known as a TV network, but they're much more than that. The people that later found out OMBS were actually instrumental in breaking Cypher's conspiracy 5 years ago. Please, deliver the data ROM to Net. He's at the right-hand man to Sec, at OMBS's leader. I'm confident that he will be able to get the contents of that data ROM. It's past the gate quite far, so be careful when you're traveling out that way. Yeah, we're gonna be... Whoops! I did not mean to actually leave. I did not mean to actually leave. Yeah, we're gonna be going quite a ways when we get to Pyrite Town. And I call that a definitely good progress. Actually, before I do wrap up, let's go check on the brothers again. Have they actually learned to count to 6 this time? "18! 19! Wait, why aren't the numbers working? Maybe there just aren't 6 of us. Hey, look there, it's the kid again. Those guys just crack me up. They still can't count to 6. It's kind of sad at this point, if I'm being dead honest. I mean, it's still a little hilarious, all in the regardlessness. But a lot of progress is made. We made it through Cypher's lab. We got Speed and Cinder on our team, pretty much at this point. Defeated Lovrina. Got the purification chamber up and running. I call this a success. So, when we return, we're going to be headed to Pyrite Town, one of my favorite locations in this game, and see what we could get from the data ROM. Some good, mysterious things should be inside that disc. But this was back in the 2000s, the plain old 2000s of 20 years ago. So, discs back then were different than what we had on discs today. I appreciate you all for sticking around with me and having fun watching me do the Pokemon shenanigans. My next couple live streams, I'm debating if I'm going to be doing which order I'm going to be doing them. Between the all-random Salmon Run, that's going to be going on over the weekend, and the Majima Festival and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. That starts in like a little more than an hour. I won't be doing it tonight. I'm debating about doing that tomorrow or Saturday, and then the Salmon Run on the other. I'll figure out what I'm going to do for either case. But yeah, otherwise, I think I'll be continuing this game sometime next week. Sometime next week. I can't promise my schedule just yet. But as soon as I figure out something, I should let you guys know. Anyways, that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I shall see you all next time. And for those of you guys in the UK, you're like 12 minutes away from leaving April. As of when the stream is ending, like 12 minutes away from May. For us here in the States, we got about a few more hours. But hey, I'll see you guys in the month of May for Salmon Run and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Thanks for coming in, everyone. I shall see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your night. Take care, everyone. And we won. And it's not gonna be, and it's not gonna be so late anymore when I do these.